Hey, Titan Terrain Studio fans. I had no idea what I was supposed to say.
No. This is Josh. This is week 3 of the Infinity League. So this is my third and last learning match with him.
You're always learning in Infinity. The first time you meet Teal Camouflage, you get raped. Next time you find grenade launchers, you're gonna get pwned.
Yeah.
It's how it goes. But hey, glad to be here with you guys. Matt and I are gonna play week 3, so it's a 200-point game. I don't think we're ignoring any rules.
Okay.
Except for retreat rules, maybe. I'll check that. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But here's our board, and we're about to go over our armies.
It's kind of just a rearrange of what me and Mike played on last week, but that still works because.
Feels like there's something missing right here. Mine, I'm gonna put something right there.
Yeah, that's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and go over our army lists. Okay guys, so I actually filmed the wrong army list earlier when I was facing Josh, so this is a updated video telling you all what I actually took against Josh in this battle report. So what you have is you have an Ektros regiment guy with a Vulcan shotgun. You have a Sakael with a Spitfire, who is my lieutenant. You have 4 Choxa auxiliaries. 2 of them have heavy flamethrowers with baggage. One of them has a guided rocket launcher, and then one of them has a 360 visor with HMG. Then you have a fire team over here consisting of a Sakael with the viral rifle, and then 2 Kamales. The female Kamale is my forward observer.
Alright, hey guys, this is Josh with you. This is my army. I'm playing Neo-Terran Capitoline Army. And I don't have any Fusiliers, but I do have Order Sergeants, so I'm using those guys as Fusiliers. And I'm using this Spec Ops as a Deva. So the way it goes is I have a Deva with a Deva bot, which is essentially the same as you see here. I have 2 Auxilias with Oxbots. So the Oxbots and Deva bots are basically the same. The Deva is the Spec Ops guy, so I can tell the difference. He's not quite the same as the Auxilias there. But here we have 5 Fusiliers, and this guy with Spitfire is going to be a light grenade launcher and combi rifle. This guy with the sniper rifle is going to be a missile launcher. And then my Aquila Guard here is actually a stand-in for a Swiss Guard model with missile launcher. So there we go. That is my army.
Deployment. Okay, so Josh has deployed all his guys. Looks like he's got a linked team that's hanging out all around this area right here. And he's got some flamethrower guys hanging out over here. He's apparently got a missile launcher, which will be fun. So I'm going to deploy on this side now. Okay, so here's my deployment. You have the forward observer Kamale light infantry right there. You have the regular light infantry guy right there. And you have the Sakael with the basic viral rifle. They are a linked team. You have the guided rocket launcher. You have the heavy flamethrower with baggage, Choxa. The HMG is watching this fire line, so that if anyone tries to pull any shenanigans, he can get some ROs. Also, Josh informed me that with Neurokinetics, he gets full burst when he ROs, which is always nice. And then he only gets regular 1 burst if he fires like in my turn though.
No.
Right? Oh, no?
No, in your turn he gets his full burst, but Neurokinetics means that you can only use one order on him during your turn.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like really fast at reacting, but because of all the input going into his brain, when he actually tries to do something voluntarily, it costs him to do that. So.
Okay. And then I've got the Ektros right over here, and then the other Sakael with the Spitfire. The Ektros also has the Vulcan shotgun, and then this last Choxa with the baggage and heavy flamethrower over here. So Josh is getting ready to do his first turn, and he's kind of studying the battlefield.
How's it going, guys? So first turn, Neo-Terran Capitoline Army. So what happened is I revealed my Swiss Guard with missile launcher that was right there. I moved him up, first short skill, didn't use the second short skill, so he could stay. And then the second order, I moved him up here behind cover and shot at the Sakael right over there. He failed to discover me, but either way, the missile launch came, it blasted, it killed the Ektros. The Sakael just lived barely, but then third order, another missile launcher finished him off.
Yep.
So then I moved with fourth order the Swiss Guard down into the ground level, and with fifth order came down over here and shot at the HMG Shocks Auxiliar and killed him. Then I brought up my Auxilia and Oxbot with 3 orders, bring them up aboard to flamethrower that group right there. Ended up being a little bit less efficient as I hoped. That's okay. The guided missile launcher died, and
But it did take them out.
In return, the guided missile launcher took guided rocket launcher, excuse me, took both those models out. So yeah.
And then the really bad thing is my Sakiel that you killed was my lieutenant. So
Yes.
this is going to be a short game.
All right, so we're going to review the rules first. So basically, what happens when your lieutenant dies? Well, you get 2 orders, and then any model that is irregular or religious gets to keep their order. Those models can keep them, but only use them on themselves. The 2 orders that you get can be either used for anyone there, or you can burn those 2 up to assign a new lieutenant. And next turn, you'll be able to have the full complement of orders. So that's what loss of lieutenant will do to you. It's crippling. It is crippling.
Yep. And also with having lost like a heavy amount of my points already, I've lost easily half my army in the first turn. So
And you know, it happens that way. But my goal was from the very beginning to use my TL Camouflage Surprise Attack missile launcher to take out the key guys, because you know, the HMG was holding on. You know, he was limiting my movement, and I knew that I couldn't leave a Spitfire or a heavy infantry Sakiel just to do whatever they want. And the guided missile launcher, well, I was scared of it, but you know, I figured that if I was able to clear that out, I would go over there and flame him like I did.
and the Extros would have been really nasty if he'd actually gotten close to you too. Because with a close combat of 17 and poison weapons in close combat. What does poison do, by the way?
It's I actually don't know.
Oh, well, it sounds nasty. That's what...
It is nasty. We'll figure it out. It's probably similar to viral, but in close combat only.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try and figure out what I'm going to do for my turn. So we kind of reviewed the ups and downs of making a lieutenant or not in this situation. What I came to the conclusion about was the only thing I could really do with the 2 orders that would be effective is to try and move this flamethrower unit up here to try and burn him. And the problem is he's still got like 9 orders left and all sorts of other horribleness, and this thing could potentially just blow me up like it did the HMG. So I went ahead and burned my 2 orders to make a new lieutenant, which I am not naming because I'm learning that I'm supposed to keep these things secret. So it is now Josh's turn. I'm just going to kind of bunker down and hope that I can survive this turn.
Alright guys, so my second turn I brought down the Link team and I moved it up. I used the light grenade launcher to kill the Kamael there. Out of line, so it was a, what do you call it again?
The Toha Link King?
No. I shot a shot that...
Oh, the
speculative shot.
The speculative shot, yeah.
So I speculative shot with light grenade launcher, killed the Kamael, broke the Link team, therefore broke the arrow, the +1 burst of the arrow, which is huge. And then I moved into his arrow in line of fire with my missile launcher, and outshot him though, and ended up blowing up the other Kamael. And then finally my lieutenant Deva came up here and shot with a combi rifle. Got lucky, very lucky, and took down the Chaksa with heavy flamethrower there. So then we just called the game. It's over.
Yeah, and we were also talking about, like, I had a flamethrower dude that was hanging out over here that I'd made my second lieutenant, and had this not just gone absolutely horrible for me, my plan was to try and come up and like flame some stuff over here because he was just moving all his stuff over here really hard. But to be honest with you, it's just that first shot at the beginning of the game crippled me completely. I wasn't able to do anything at all because losing, you know, that had to be almost like 90 points out of a 200 game that you killed in the first turn. So
it was the shot heard around the game.
Yeah,
so to speak.
Losing my lieutenant was the most crucial point to you winning. It was pretty much downhill from there. Hopefully next week I'll be facing someone who knows as little as I do, and then we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, Infinity's always a learning game, so.
But we did find out,
Knowledge is power.
and Dan wrecked Robbie.
I know.
That is just amazing.
upset of the day.
Okay, Dan, give us the summary of how you
What
wrecked
did you do?
Robbie.
First, come here.
Okay, this is the board they were playing on.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's quite colorful. It's sort of an autumn board. I'll be honest with you, I don't like those trees, but
It was
but
nice.
this works. This works very
nice
well.
to play in something that was not urban terrain.
Yeah, I do
nice
like the setup.
Get outdoors for a change.
Yeah, so you all fought over a autumn
So we got a lot
valley.
of crossfire from these things.
Oh yeah, because you guys set up like snipers on both sides, so it was
Well,
just like a snipe off.
Yeah,
or something.
he had the sniper, the total reaction, or what's it called? Neurosynetics, you guys know.
He said he did.
Oh man.
No, he had the Sin Eater.
Okay, so
With a sniper rifle.
what was the short version? How did you pull this off?
My Scarface flanked him and wrecked him. Just raped him up the butt. It was.
And then the best part of it was that you remember Robbie's reaction when I asked him if Dan wrecked him? He's like, no, his tag wrecked him.
Yeah.
Not Dan.
Not Dan.
Not Dan. It was his tag.
His tag.
His fancy model is the one that wrecked him. But that's great.
You know, it happens. It happens. I played Steven, our inquiries guy at TTP. His very first game, he played Hakislam. I killed everything, and he had like ghulams left. And I fed him order sergeants one by one, and he just kept on critting. Crit. 3 times in a row, 3 order sergeants. I had nothing left to do because I ran out of orders, and then he came over and killed me. But it happens. It happens.
Oh, and then the other cool thing we have to talk about for a second is all this really cool stuff that we got in that I'm going to be building, right? This Plastcraft Games. This is going to be, we're going to be turning this into our industrial vat factory. So we're going to be combining all this Plasticraft game stuff that we got in. I mean, this is a ton of Plasticraft? Plastcraft. I'm mispronouncing. But yeah, this is a ton of buildings. So this is going to be an extremely dense board that I'm going to combine with all sorts of like vats and pipes and all sorts of cool stuff. And that's going to be built over the course of the next month or so. Our plan is to have it done right after Adepticon so we can start doing some really cool stuff with it. So yep, that's your Infinity League 3 match update. And I'm going to work on getting the rest of my army painted up over the next week.